Mailbag.
Mailbag, yeah.
Russell Wilson. All right, Brett. And by the way, if you have a question, dynasty questions, off-season questions, any question, you can send them to us directly off the website, thefantasyfootballers.com. Click on the Submit a Question button. You can also call us, leave us a voicemail message, 302-464-TFFB. We try to answer as many as we can on the show, via Twitter, everywhere we can, on YouTube.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. So, Brett, in Frankfort, Kentucky, we all agree that leagues shouldn't go into Week 17, he says. But how do you feel about a league ending by Week 14 to keep every team playing each other just once?
Stupid.
Huh.
I guess.
All right, tell us how you really feel, Jason.
So, is he saying to end the
It's an
playoffs?
obvious. Sure, because the way that would set up.
How would that? Oh,
This happens all the time.
because of the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah, you play a league,
Sure.
and you play every team. It's a 12-man league. You play everybody one time, and then you got 2 weeks of playoffs.
Here's what I would say. I want fantasy football to be as long and fun as it can be and be healthy.
So Week 17 for you.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's not healthy,
healthy.
there. And so Week 16 to me is the right spot. If you want, it to be even, just have, go to DFS and play weekly. Every week is a new thing, and you get to pick your guys. For me, if you're worried about, well, this guy got to play that guy 2 times, I don't think it's that unhealthy.
Obviously, the situation here is you've also got, you could have 2 week.
There
playoff
you go.
You could have 2 week playoff
That's the right
matches.
call. Because if you're in a 10-team league, which is what he has, then yeah, start your playoffs early, where you would finish at Week 14, but then do the 2 week playoff matches, and then that should end at 16, I believe. Could work.
I think it's a 12 team.
It does. Yeah.
Because there will be 11 weeks, and then
Yep.
you have 3 weeks of the playoffs. And I agree with Jason. I think it should go. You go to Week 16 because you want to maximize the fun. We have a long wait before we get to have the enjoyment and the excitement of fantasy football season long. And the entire argument against Week 17 is just the situations where I was smart. I acquired player X, and I've been playing them all year long, dominating people, and now I'm in a situation where they might have to sit down. Like when I picked up Jordan Reed everywhere. And if I had a championship game in Week 17, that sucks, man. I mean, like I'm getting penalized for being smart and having a great player, and so that's why I don't like it.
And I'll just add to it as well, Brett. If you want to do this, you can.
With the 2 week.
Well, yeah, you can end it in Week 14 if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
If that's the way you want to play it. But another option here is divisionally break up your league. That's one of the things that we've done too, where if you divisionally break it up, in our league, you play division mates 2 times each. You play everybody else 1 time, and it works out. So the next question comes in from Matt in Kansas. He is in a 10-team Dynasty league. Here's his question. And you can see his roster on there. I'm not going to read it.
Oof.
Should I trade Des Bryant for basically Todd Gurley, Nelson Aguilar, and a second-round pick?
Yes.
Now, his roster has Jamal Charles and Carlos Hyde and Char West and Theo Riddick on it.
Because I looked at this question,
and he doesn't
a
really
little
have
bit
a
ahead.
powerhouse.
His running backs are very weak, and his wide receivers are I think quite strong. You have Edelman, you've got Jordy Nelson coming back,
Crabtree.
You've got Crabtree, you've got some young talent which you need in a dynasty, and Dorial Green, Beckham. And,
I'm with you.
And to me, Todd Gurley is pretty much, if this was a dynasty,
it's a full
redraft,
PPR is another thing worth mentioning.
Yeah, and so that skews a little bit more towards the wide receiver. But in general, a dynasty redraft from the get-go, Todd Gurley is going to be
A dynasty what?
a dynasty. What did I say?
You said redraft.
Oh, well, that makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
No,
I wanted to know how a dynasty redraft works.
I meant a dynasty draft.
We keep everyone and no one.
If this is year
Yes.
one starting a dynasty league, the dynasty draft from the get-go, Todd Gurley has to be super high up there, definitely above Des Bryant.
I agree with that. The part of Gurley being early. It's very tough for me to give up Des Bryant in a PPR.
In a PPR dynasty, I agree. I think Gurley, Aguilar, and a second is enough for him.
Yeah,
But I don't blame you if you want to keep him either.
The bounty is solid. Because the thing that I'm thinking of, so Dez Bryant is 27 years old. He'll turn 28 during next year's season. How many years of elite dominance does Dez Bryant have left?
As many, if not as many as Gurley has.
Yeah, as many as Gurley. Probably about 5 years.
So it's a tough one.
Yeah, I think.
What would you do?
That's where is the second round pick? I would need to know if it's like is
Okay.
that the beginning of the second or is that the back of the second?
Well, it's not very valuable because this is only going to be a rookie draft. I mean,
Yeah, but you could have got if it's an early second, you probably could have got David Johnson right around there. That's where he was going in rookie drafts. I would keep Dez.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. So you're the tiebreaker, Andy.
I think that I would keep Dez when
And
I look at the roster.
Really, when you look at the roster, that's what makes me say absolutely.
And I understand, but for me, I think in a PPR league, the value of having Jordy Nelson and Dez Bryant, you already have Charles coming back. This is a close one, is what we're telling you, Matt.
It is.
We're telling you we can't really tell you because it's really, really close. I
Matt-
would keep Dez.
Matt, you're not going to win any championships with your running backs. I'm just throwing that out there.
With Jamal Charles, he's no good.
Well, maybe Jamal Charles comes back and is fine, and in which case that's very helpful for
And
another year or two.
Carlos Hyde is a guy that I am very excited about for next year.
New regime, back from injury, forgotten man.
He was when you break down
Chip Kelly, head coach of
when
the
you
San
break
Francisco
down
40
smaller metrics like forced tackles missed and things like that when you're looking on like Pro Football Focus, Hyde, despite missing about half the year, is still very, very high on. He is a guy that I did not like coming this year, but I'm saying I was very wrong. I think Carlos Hyde is going to be great.
All right, that does it for today's show. As we said, Thursday is a big show. We got our footies, the 2015 Fantasy Football Awards.
I don't know why
it's the same as the Price is Right.
I was going to say, keep your pet spayed or neutered. All right, we've got the awards on Thursday. Make sure you tune into that. Check out the video we posted on Twitter, highlights of the year. Congratulations to all the championship winners. Congratulations to everybody who, even though you didn't win, you had a better season than you had last year. You got to compete in more games, maybe play in the playoffs for the first time. So congrats to everybody out there. You've made it a fun year, and we will be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. And if there's stuff you want us to talk about, tweet us. Let us know what you want to hear about during this offseason. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thefantasyfootballers.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.